There we go. That's the first goal achieved. That's the Langham junction, where we turn right towards Langham. Stop once to readjust the pack and check the hydration pouch. Shoulders are hurting a bit, but what would you expect after 15 years of not carrying weight? So yeah, tight on the waist, supporting most of the weight, feeling good. So knees aren't too bad for somebody who's arthritic or mild arthritis. So yeah, feeling good. Nice gentle breeze, not too hot. So we'll see how we get on. Maybe Langham, cut through to Morstan, maybe carry on to Cockthorpe, see how I feel when I get to Cockthorpe. Morning all, there you go, hour and 10 minutes in, just past the Langham Dome, which is a really nice old Second World War night fighter training aid. So yeah, feeling good. Muscles are starting to work on the shoulders. Now it becomes accustomed to the weight, you tend not to feel it. So knees are aching a bit and just crossing the old part of the runway. Yeah, feeling good. Take a 10-minute break at Cockthorpe when we get there, and then go from there. Either directly northeast through the woods back to Morstan, or carry on a little bit further down towards Stiffkey. Hydration's good. So yeah. Oh yeah, one thing. Don't ever buy a water bladder from Mountain Warehouse. They're absolutely rubbish. 2 adjustments and it still leaks. Fortunately it's in the back of the bag on top of everything else, and I've got a dry bag liner. I know they're only $8.99, but nah, waste of time. Not good piece of kit. Okay folks, here we go. That's looking out towards Morstan. We're at Cockthorpe now. I'm part of the old Langham airfield. So just taking 15 minutes. Give the muscles a chance to recharge and ease off. Looking round to the north now. Sheep in the field, they've already been shorn, so they won't be getting too hot. At least we've got mobile phone coverage up here in North Norfolk. Shame they can't disguise them as trees, but there we go. And here's one of the old concrete roads, part of the taxiways, part of the Langham airfield. You can see it's all been replanted. New saplings, new growth, lots of fast growing willows, sorry, fast growing birch rather, and hawthorns. And then the farmers make use of it for chicken breeders. And then that's looking due east. You can just see the coast and the sea. Yeah, looking good. Not too cold, not too hot, which is really, really good. So yeah, hopefully this is picking me up. Yeah, not feeling too bad. So it was a fairly tough first 10-15 minutes. Nice long incline up from Langham. That was alright. Not too bad. Once your muscles become accustomed to the weight, it's not too bad. So it's the first time I've carried this sort of weight since at least 2001. So yeah, not bad at all. So a few aches, but nothing too traumatic, nothing too worrying to put a brake on it and stop it completely. So yeah, we're going to cut through to Morstan now and then turn southeast down Morstan to Blakeney Road and go from there. Right, here we go then. About a mile and a half southwest of Morstan, ironically on a track called Love Lane, apparently. Open fields, and I'm guessing by the stems this stuff was grown for maize, I suppose, for these power generating ADI plants. Anyway, yeah, muscles are hurting a bit, so we're up to, mileage wise, 6.39 miles. So and so this pack's on just under £40, and that's taken so far, taking it nice and gently, 2 hours 23. So no rush, we'll get there when we get there. There we go, on back at Blakeney, and just having a very leisurely pint. That's 9 miles done. Blakeney up to Langham, across to Cockthorpe, and then down through the woods onto the Morstan Road, and then through Morstan, and then back to Blakeney. Yeah, not too bad. Don't feel too tired. Legs and shoulders hurt a bit, but nothing that isn't bearable. So yeah, nice good walk. Between 35 and 38 pounds in weight in the pack. Yeah, it tends to bite, but your muscles get used to it and you just crack on and get it done. So yeah, all in all, good fun. And time wise, it was probably just under 3 hours. 8 miles, 8.79 miles, and time wise, I think I'm right in saying, yeah, it was about 2 hours 55 for 9 miles, which isn't too bad considering it's the first time I've done it in about 15 years. So yeah, good fun. Right, hello guys, just thought I'd give you an update. We're here in Morstan, and sorry about the camera shake, and I'll give you a rough resume of where we've been, where we've come from. So we started off this morning up here in Blakeney, and we've walked south-southwest, if you want to call it that, all the way up to this Langham crossroads here. And then literally we've walked right the way through here to Cockthorpe. Now the choice was to carry on from Cockthorpe right the way through to here and then further round up to Wells, which I chose not to do. You sort of know when you've bitten off more than you can chew, so it's the old adage of brave men walk away. So we came down here and then field track across here and down to the Morstan Blakeney Road. We're currently sat in Morstan near the church on the green, just having 15 minutes, and then it's the last 2 or so miles, maybe just under miles, just under 2 miles back to Blakeney, and that'll be about, in total, I think probably about 9 miles. We're already up to 7.28 miles, so it'll be about 9 miles in total. So with a 40-pound pack, I don't think that's too bad for first attempt. Just under 9 miles, 8.67 miles it was, and just under 3 hours total journey time. So the walk out from Langham was pretty tough, but it's good. You just set a point on the road, look to it and get to it, and then set the next point, walk to it, and you just keep increasing it time after time. So it wasn't too bad. It was good when you take rest breaks and regular rest points is good. So it was all right. Sat down for a pint when I got back to Blakeney. Yeah, hot, tired, hydrated. But as I said earlier, don't ever buy the Mountain Warehouse hydration packs because they're absolutely rubbish. I paid $8.99, I think it was, and it was $8.99 I could have saved and put towards something that was much better on Amazon, and I've since bought. So yeah, don't even bother looking at Mountain Warehouse. Absolute rubbish. Leaks. I left it overnight and I didn't think there was a leak, and it only had 1.5 litres of water in, and that was normal tap water, wasn't even chilled. The cap doesn't seal properly, and when I drove from Norwich to Blakeney, checked my bergen, and it was already damp in the top of the bergen, so not good. Don't even bother. There's far better equipment you can buy for the price on Amazon and eBay. Some of it is Molly straps, and they've all got 4 or 5-star ratings. I probably should have bought more wisely, but I didn't. It was a last minute decision, but you live and learn. Anyway, moving on. Well, I can't turn this around while I'm filming. I'm just going to give you a de-kit video so you can see what I've got in this pack, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, this is my 2004 longback convoluted longback bergen is the proper name for it on the badge inside. So we'll start from the top and working downwards out the outside, and then we'll work our way inwards. It's all got to be packed away anyway, so there's no time like the present. Right, on here I've got a symbol for a first aid kit. These are a cheap clip you can get from Heine Haynes or from Military First. So moving into this top pouch here, I have an EMT Condor rip-away pouch. That goes onto my normal day sack. If you have a pouch, I highly recommend you get your own blood group badge, stick it on the outside. It's readily accessible. Anyone knows if you're solo camping, it's a good idea and could save a lot of time, God forbid. Inside there I've got trauma shears. I also have a high-vis rescue strobe. Now this strobe is about 20 quid. These are very, very good. High-vis yellow, has 2 modes. So you have bright red at night time, you can see, or double pulse white, and that lasts for about 9 hours. Not that you'd ever need it for that long, but very, very good. Runs on 3 AA batteries. Very, very good. In the pouch I've also got a makeshift tourniquet. I also have that. That, if you know how to use them properly, I was taught a long time ago in the military, so if you know how to use them, then fair enough. If you don't, seek advice
before you use them, because it can be extremely detrimental. Inside, and I'm not going to turn it around for obvious reasons, inside on the other side of this piece of paper I have got ICE details, which are in case of emergency details. Always carry that in your pouch. If you're on your own, something happens, you're unconscious, next of kin details, telephone numbers, etc, etc. And there are also numbers written on there, as you can probably see, or possibly can't. I'll briefly show you. There are 2 numbers written on there. Next of kin details should be required. So that's the EMT pouch. Also in here, I was trained the old-fashioned way, so notebook. If you walking up in the mountains and you've got a first aid kit and you come across somebody who's injured, have a notebook. Why? If you have a notebook, you can, if you need to, check their pulse, etc, etc. If you know how to take their pulse, you need to write it down so you can record stuff ready for whoever turns up, be it mountain rescue, air sea rescue, whatever. It is, I would say, a vital piece of kit additionally to the first aid kit. So do it. That one's that size, it's the only one I had, but it does the job. So there's that in there as well. Also have high vis, which can also be essential. And obviously I realise that I've only done Norfolk coast today, however this is a workup pack for doing something up in Cumbria. So I'll give a shout out to Zach Hart, Bushcraft Wild Camping UK. Hopefully I'll feed you in on the link, and you can have a look at this. I'll take your criticisms and your squally humour, as long as it's clean, because this is going to get shown to some of my family members, so keep it clean, Zach. On here, high vis red strobe. If you get caught out at night time, it has 3 different modes: constant, pulsing, that one, and then off. Very, very good. That was about 10 quid from a bike shop. Brilliant piece of kit, good. Moving on to the outside in here, got a Hilleberg Steiker tent. This is probably the heaviest piece of kit on the bag. It weighs in at just under 4 kg packed in its bag, with the poles and the curl on 1800 fabric. So on the back, in the centre of the pack, there's another pouch behind there which is empty for obvious reasons. 2 little straps additionally, £3.99, no problem at all. Right, moving on to this side. I have got various trail food in here, and also, if I can get it open, there is a Pathfinder water bottle and drinking mug, courtesy of Wilderness Outfitters. Why have that? Absolutely brilliant. You can support it over a fire. There are, I think they're in here, or they might be near the pouch, 2 holes in the top. You can suspend it over a fire or a burner, rest it on the top. It's great. That's got water in there, which is cleaned, so good. You can never have enough water, I'd say, for a day and a day's hike. In the summer you need at least 3 litres minimum, so depending on your effort levels. Right, moving around to this side, same pouch, type of pouch. So in this side we have, well, I've got this is a forage bag. It's for foraging sticks and pieces of dried wood, which is great if you've got a wood biogas burner, which I have. I also have, courtesy of Paul Dorr on Facebook, that is my tinder pouch where there is matches and also silver birch bark, etc, 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 stuff for lighting fires in there. And he very kindly made that, if you can see, Ubique 2760 or 2760. Anyone who's been in the military knows what last 4 is, so that's all you need to know. But Ubique is the Latin motto for the Royal Engineers. So delving further in, there's the cap for the Pathfinder kit, gloves, dealing with the fire. That is the MSR Pocket Rocket 2, which I picked up for about 24 quid. Brilliant piece of kit. Fits on a 5-ounce gas canister. There's the other glove. That is the little stand that the bottle sits on, or the canister sits in. And there is said canister. So there's your one primary cook kit. In there I have got handmade lighters. That's a cardboard toilet roll, stuffed with dried grass, wax, tissue paper, cotton balls, which is absolutely brilliant. You're going to turn around and say, well, why would I need that if I've got the gas canister? If I forget how much is there and I run out, then we've got a secondary. So, and there we go. This is an old shoe bag, and inside this, it's difficult trying to do this one-handed. You can probably hear it. There we go. That is a cannibalised kitchen utensil draining pot. So normally right the way up to the top, cut out further holes right the way round, so you therefore have that. And then sitting on the top of that, and I haven't actually put one in here because it's in the other pack, you can put a sink plug strainer that sits in the top, little round disc that sits on the top of there, and then your pot sits on top of that like so, and then you can obviously feed wood in as you're cooking, and it burns brilliantly. Conversely, if you want to, you can always turn it up that way, and there you go. I'll just move back, creaking knees if you heard that. There you go. So there's that. So that's the outside of the bag. Right, moving in, undo the 2 clips. There's one, there's 2. Right, top pouch in here, there is food. Bag full of food. Ah, there we go. I have brought it with me. There we go. So, plug strainer sits on the top. Absolutely perfect. So, there's your secondary cook kit. So you've got redundancy. I would always say it's essential to have a redundancy set up in case one system fails. So there we go. Moving further in, what else? Yep, spare battery. You don't need to see anyone seeing a battery. So in there we've got tea, coffee and oil for cooking, so if you've got bacon and stuff. Right, moving in to the inside of the bag, lightweight fleece for today, even though it's sunny up on the coast. Yeah, you get a cool breeze, you still need to stay warm, so that was in there today. Right, moving inside, spare clothing, spare top. In there is toilet roll and bag for obvious reasons, thankfully not needed. So in here we have mountain equipment, helium 3.8, self-inflating sleep mat, brilliant, absolutely great. Bought it on Saturday, tried it in store, inflated it, lay on it, so comfortable, really really good. About 40 odd quid. If you're military, ex-military, you get discount, so you get veterans discount. I think it's 5 or 7%, so all you need is a veterans discount card. Very very well worth having. So there's that. Bin bag for a dry bag. Yeah, it's cheap, does exactly the same as a normal expensive dry bag. Perfectly good, no problems at all. Why not? You got to have reading if you're going to take a 15-20 minute break. So yeah, I didn't today, but as I said, this pack is being I was trialing this today for full up pack weight for a weekend away up in Cumbria, so get used to carrying all the weight that you're going to need on that weekend, then your body knows how to cope with it. So that was in there today as well. So this is a good little sleep light, tent light, 3 AA batteries, great, very very dim. I think that's the dim mode. There we go, there's the dim mode, as you can see, and it's LED inside. You can see it flashing, that's maximum brightness, so you can see the LEDs pulsing, and then literally just turns off. That is waterproof, hangs inside the tent, great piece of kit, was about 20 quid I think. Moving further in, we have this is Sea to Summit Air Ross pillow, deflated, it's great, 2 breaths, 3 breaths, and it's fully inflated. Nice piece of kit. What else have we got in here? We have got the last thing that's in here is the North Face bag, 100% polyester synthetic sleeping bag. I'm not going to bother dragging that out. There is also buried at the bottom of my bag a survival knife, Mora Bushcraft Black Orange, which is the survival orange. Everyone says knife law. Yes, I know it is illegal for 3.5 or 3 inch blade or more. However, if it is a tool used for a certain purpose and you can prove if you were stopped, then that is just cause for having it. So with all this kit here, I'm pretty sure any police officer would use his common sense, and you have just cause for carrying it. So there we go, that's the full kit. I'm not going to bother unstrapping the tent. Hilleberg Steiker tent, brilliant tent, 3 poles, freestanding, Curlon 1800, mine's the green version, best company to deal with in the UK I think, George Fisher and Sons up at Keswick. Mine was just under 950. Yes, it's a lot for a tent, but if you're on bushcraft, Wild Camping UK, yep, I know I've seen all of you complaining about how cheap tents don't last, so you have to pay for quality, and quality will last. And this tent and probably most of this equipment I will pass on to family members when I'm no longer able to camp. So it'll get passed on generation after generation, hopefully. So there it is. Right, time for a beer. I've got the beer. So on that note, have a rest of a nice evening, afternoon, whatever you're doing. Thanks very much for watching.